Good morning, everyone. Okay, so it's Monday, March 23rd. You've had a week to lay around, to try and figure out what's going on, just to not do anything. But now it's time to get back to business. I certainly cannot function unless I have some kind of schedule. So every morning, I am going to make a little morning message to you. And of course, it's going to be posted on the Proto page. Of course. So for today, my focus is make a schedule. Some people are able to be very productive without any thought whatsoever, but I cannot. If I don't have a schedule, then I don't get anything done. I mean nothing. I get nothing done. I sit around and I read. You know what I do? I read, and that's all I do. And reading's great, but it shouldn't be all you do. So for me, I had a great ninth grade teacher in high school. Her name was Miss Trevelyan, and she made us all make schedules every single week, plan out our study time, plan out projects, make sure that we allowed enough time to actually eat and exercise, and to see how actual limited our time was. And that has stuck with me throughout my entire life. And when I find myself wandering, not getting things accomplished, I come back and I make out a schedule. So that's what I'm doing here. That's our first thing. So all I did was I opened up a Google Doc and I inserted a table. And I made mine 3 columns, and I made mine about 15 rows long. Why? Because if you sleep 8 hours, then that leaves you 14, 15, 16 hours of the day. We always miss a little bit of time for miscellaneous stuff. So this should let me plot out my day and see where I'm at. So you have to know who you are. I am an early morning person. I am most productive early in the morning. I am most awake early in the morning, but I'm most creative at night. That's where I plot and plan and research and do things like that. So my schedule is set up to take advantage of the way my circadian rhythms work, which is really awake in the morning, not so much in the evening. So I usually wake up between 5 and 6 in the morning. That's my normal time without an alarm to wake up. It's just who I am. So during that time, that's when I'm going to catch up on the news, eat breakfast, just do those waking, stretching things of the morning. At 8 a.m., that's when I plan on recording my morning message to you every single day. That includes Saturdays and Sundays. Not going to skip that. At 8:30, that's when I plan on going out hiking. I can't hike today because it's raining. So I will have to kind of move all my stuff up today and skip this for now and just go on to the next things. And then hopefully the rain will die down and I'll at least be able to go walk out on the track. When I go hiking, those of you who have hiked with me before know it's very easy to practice social distancing when you're hiking. I am not close to anyone on the trail. People have even been stepping off the trail and letting other people pass by rather than just passing by like you're going past each other in a hallway. So that's been working out fine. So that will usually take me till about 11 a.m. So when I get back from hiking, actually, there's something I'm going to do before I go hiking. I am going to read a picture book. And I'm going to talk about that more in just a second. At 11 a.m., I'm going to read again. This picture book that I'm talking about and this reading right now that I'm talking about is actually for an online story time that I am starting today. So when you go to my Proto page, which we'll take you to in just a moment, then you're going to see my first story time is for Jumanji. Great picture book. Some of you may have known that I have been sick for a little bit. Just a sinus infection, not COVID-19 or anything like that. No worries. But I've had a lot of sinus issues and coughing, and that caused some laryngitis. You might still be able to hear a little bit of it in my voice now, but I'm almost done. When I started recording the online story times, I still had major laryngitis. So you're going to hear that. Don't worry, that's going to get better in time, but I didn't want to delay this. So every single day, there will be new postings for online story time. So today, I'm going to work on my elementary school. I think I'm going to do this with elementary book. So that's going to be like grades kindergarten through 5th grade. And then that should take me about a half an hour. So then I'm going to clean for half an hour. Sit down, get up, because again, I'm at my most productive during this time. So then, after that hour and a little bit of a break, I'm going to read again for online story time. And this time it's going to be for middle school. So about grades 6 through 8. And that first one's going to be posted today also. This first one is The Ruins of Gorlan by John Flanagan. So that's what I'm doing. The first one for this one today was Jumanji. And the elementary book that I'm going to start with, I'm pretty sure is The Miraculous Adventures of Edward Tulane. Pretty sure that's what I'm starting with. That might change though. So that'll take me about a half an hour. And then I'm going to go walk. I know I've already hiked, and I will hike somewhere between 3 to 6 or 8 miles every single day. But still, if I've been sitting for a while, it's time to get up and I need to walk a little bit. So then I need to do one more, and that will be read for online story time and for high school. And that first one is going to be, pretty sure, Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment. So then, again, I need to be active for a little bit. So I'm going to dance. Some of you know I do swing dancing. So it's really hard to do without a partner, but there are things I can do and I can practice even without a partner. So I'm going to do that. So now I have reached my limit. By 2 p.m. is usually when I'm ready for a nap. I have this natural rhythm in my body that somewhere between 1 and 3 p.m. I would just like to nap. I am not productive at all. So at this time, this is when I will read for myself, read outside, hopefully, when it's nice out. You know I prefer to do that. Or maybe, and sometimes I fall asleep while I'm reading. People on campus who live on campus have caught me doing that, often during the summer. And right now, I am reading the book. In fact, I'm just going to show it to you. I am reading the book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. And I picked that because many of you really liked, what is the book called? That murder mystery that we all just read recently. One of Us is Lying. That one. And so I thought, hey, if you guys, and lots of people have liked that book and read her second one, Two Can Keep a Secret If One of Them is Dead, and then the sequel to One of Us is Lying also came out. So I thought, if you're interested in murder mysteries, let's see if I can find you another good murder mystery. And this one's pretty good so far. It will be available as an ebook starting sometime maybe towards the end of this week. So if you're interested, you all should know how to access ebooks and audiobooks through our library system. And that will be my morning reminder for tomorrow, is how to do that. So that's the book I'm reading right now. And I will usually do that for about 2 hours. Around 4 or 5 p.m., I start feeling better again. Like, okay, I can do stuff again, especially if I've taken a nap. So, and I'll probably eat lunch here too. Don't forget those things. Don't forget lunch and breakfast and dinner and all that kind of stuff. So I have some projects that I've been wanting to work on. One of them is family pictures. And I want to get all of them done, but you can't get everything done at one time. So the decision is, do I just work on family pictures for hours at a time, like 4 to 7 p.m., and really get that done after a week? But that just isn't how I work. So then I will switch to my other project is I'm working on genealogy, my family tree. And I found a great program for this called Legacy. So that's what I'm doing. And then I am going to work on investigating and planning more stuff for students and school. So any tasks that we get assigned to do online, none of the teachers are meeting in person, it's all online right now. This is when I'll do that work. Also, I want to do stuff that like Facebook Live, where you guys can comment and participate, or we'll get some Flipgrid going so that you can videotape also and add your comments and stuff. We're going to get a whole bunch of stuff going here. So you can participate or just watch, whatever you prefer. So that's going to take me to that usually takes me for about 2 hours. So then at 8 o'clock here, I'll fit dinner in there somewhere, probably during this time somewhere, wherever it is that I'm hungry. I eat lunch late, so I'll eat dinner late. And then at 8 p.m. Is my time again, 9 p.m. And usually I'm going to read again for myself. As many of you know, I don't watch much TV, but maybe this is where I'll watch a movie or something. Or I will chat with friends. Not fiends. Some of them are, but mostly friends. And like I said, we're going to get things going. Facebook Live, Cast, Flipgrid. There's going to be all sorts of things. And then right around 9 o'clock is usually my bedtime. Because again, I'm an early morning riser. And if that gets pushed back to a later time, that's fine. But here's my general plan for today. Again, not hiking, so I'll just move everything up and hope that later the rain will stop and I can go hike then. So I'm thinking about you. I'm planning things for you. I want you to stay safe and I want you to have some focus. Do some stuff. So before I sign off, let's go to my proto page. Let's do that. It's right here in the Seed School bookmarks, right there. Or if you're on your phone, or for middle schoolers that you don't have devices at home, it is protopage.com/Rinehart. You have to spell it correctly. Rinehart. Hit enter. And here we go. Story time for all ages. I have Jumanji right here. That book is all ready to go. I'm going to put the middle school one up here in just a few minutes. By the time you're watching this, it'll probably already be there. I'm trying to do it as a YouTube version also, just in case my screencast version doesn't work for you some reason. I've heard that on some of the phones it doesn't work as well. So I'm doing a YouTube version also. You know how to email me, so you can always send me a message if something seems to be going wrong until we get some live streaming kind of communication going. After we get these first ones done, there'll be a place to vote for the next books. So you can tell me what you want me to read. This is going to be super cool. Okay, so here I am, and I'm going to show you a little bit of the first reading of the first picture book. Here I am wearing my Navy Mom sweatshirt again. It's probably what I'll always be wearing every single time you see me, or in my hiking clothes. Once it gets warm enough and I don't need my sweatshirt anymore. And I'll probably always be sitting on my couch, or maybe when it's really nice out, reading outside. So first I did a little message before I started reading the picture book because I wanted you to know how this was going to work. So here's a short intro. Okay, here we go. So here I am, Miss Reinhardt, talking to you from my living room. And then I get into actually reading the book. You know what? I'm really bored. Me too, sighed Judy. Why don't we go outside and play? Peter agreed. So they set off across the street to the park. And the great thing about this is reading the picture books and those kind of books is you're going to be able to see the pictures and follow along if you'd like. So I thought about different ways of doing this. I did think about Facebook Live, all that kind of stuff, but it's so hard to really show the pictures really clearly and well. So this is the way that I've decided to go for now. Maybe if there's books that I can't actually read the ebook online so that you can follow along, then maybe I'll do a Facebook Live something or whatever, or I'll just switch it up. But for right now, I want to do it with the ebook so that you can see the pictures, so that you can follow along. So that is it. Come on back and start listening to story time.